Oh, there we go. I'm back. Obviously Juan Soto back today, or his debut today. That's the big story. Josh Bell's in there. Brandon Drury's in there. Uh, AJ just talked to him. Um, that guy's a legend. I mean, to pull off that trade, I'm still kind of in disbelief that really happened. Um, but Blake Snell on the mound tonight, and then the lineup tonight is just, it's so deep. Like, even without Fernando, like, that's how crazy it is. Like, I'm trying to go off of it just by memory, but Profar, Soto, Manny, Bell, Crony, Drury, Alfaro, Kim, and Grisham. Like, that's a solid lineup. And there's going to be like good debates about who should be in there over, or should it be Brandon Drury or should it be Will Myers DHing? But Brandon Drury, it's his first game. Hey, put him in there, see what he can do. He does have more power, at least this year, than Will. Brandon has 20 home runs already this season, where Will, he obviously was out for 2 months with an injury, so I guess it's unfair to compare home runs numbers. But even before he was hurt, he didn't have the home run numbers. But Will's been playing. Another question is Will against Josh Bell at first. Like, if Josh Bell, you always want Josh Bell in the lineup, but what if turns out to be a better defensive first baseman than Josh Bell, right? Then maybe you go Will at first, you don't play Brandon Drury, and you put Bell at DH, or you have Myers play first, you have Crony play short, and you have Brandon Drury play second, and you don't have Kim in the lineup. Like, there's so many different great combinations, and how much depth this team has now with the trades that AJ and his staff has made over the last week. But with Blake Snell on the mound, the way that he's been pitching, it's kind of like Clev. Like, they're back to being the guy that the Padres traded for. Guys, the Padres gave up. Luis Patino and a lot of high talent. Mejia, and I think that was the Snell deal. But they gave up Hedges and Naylor and Franmil, all in those deals for Clevenger and Snell, and now they're pitching well. And so that is just an amazing, amazing thing to see. And that's the reason why this team is definitely a World Series contender now. Like, it's great to get Soto and all that and have a great lineup, but you got to have all of it. But the Padres right now, they do have all of it. They're getting those bullpen reinforcements, but they have the lineup, they have the rotation as of now, and so, man, this place is buzzing outside. When I was out there, I got here an hour before the season ticket member line opened, and there was 30 people in front of me when I got here. And usually I'm like one of the first people in line. So, and then the line wrapped around the block a little bit. That was just on one of the member gates, and then the gate right in front of home plate. Like, there was a picture posted where it was at least like 200, 300 people in the line before the gates open, like the season ticket line. Like, having Juan Soto here, it's like a Tatis. It's like if the Padres traded for Tatis and he was on another team and he make his debut tonight, that's what it would be. Like, that's just how great Soto is, and this is how great this talent is. And Josh Bell, you don't want to not mention him. And in fact, I'm going to go Josh Bell with my Padre pick tonight instead of Soto. Um, Soto, I think he's definitely going to walk. He's definitely going to get on base. I just don't know if he's going to get a hit. I think Josh Bell will get a hit tonight. And with this Padre pick, like at the beginning of the year, when injuries happened, when Manny was out, it was kind of like, oh man, who do I pick here? Riding Crony a lot, riding Profar a lot. But now with the additions of Drury, Soto, Bell, I can't go wrong with any guy that I pick. And I don't have any money on it, but it's just a fun little thing I've been doing. And up to this point, I've had a really good winning record. And I don't think that's going to change when you have these many good options. It feels like this team's going to score a lot of runs. And with this pitching staff, the way it is pitching, it's going to lead to a lot of wins. And the Rockies, with having Soto and Bell here and Drury, like, you expect them to win tonight and tomorrow. You expect them to complete a 5-game sweep of the Rockies, and then go six-game winning streak. Take that into the Dodgers series this weekend, which I can't wait for. Dodgers Padres. I think the Padres are, especially when they get Tatis back. Maybe not right now, but if they get Tatis back, or when they do, they are definitely going to be equal with the Dodgers in terms of talent. I think. Like, you just brought in the top 3 player in the game. You have another one coming back. You have maybe the NL MVP this year, or at least in a finalist so far, all in your lineup. You have Jake Cronenworth, who I was talking about on the podcast earlier today. Like, Jake now, he's my favorite player for anyone who doesn't know. He's probably like the 7th or 8th name that casual fans might mention when they think about Padres. Like, they're going to name stars: Soto, Bell, Tatis, Manny, Musgrove, Hader. That's 6 already right there. And then maybe they go Darvish, Snell in front of him, because those are probably bigger names, like, from casual fans around baseball. Like, and Crony, he's an all-star this year. That just shows how much depth and how much talent this team has now. And that's a credit to A.J. Preller and his staff. And you can knock him for not developing guys, but he's used his scouting skills and his great scouting staff to go trade those players that he scouted and those really talented guys, and go trade for superstars. And Randy here says he's going to the game Saturday. Cool. Have fun with that. Yep, snow on the bump today, Jonathan. Yep. I'm expecting a quality start out of him. The way he's been pitching, I don't know why it would be a good idea for me not to expect a quality start, Anthony says Lamet got DFA. I did see that by the Brewers, yeah. And it's weird. Voit, he got sent down to the minor leagues by the Nationals. I don't understand that. Like, the Nationals, they don't have anyone. Like, I know Nelson Cruz is their DH, but they don't have. Do they really have someone playing first base every day? Like, I'm surprised that they could make a roster out, and so to send Voit down, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me from the Nationals' point of view, especially when they acquired him and they touted him as that MLB veteran that they're getting back in the deal. Like, I didn't understand that. So, yeah, it's weird. Abrams was sent down. Gore was sent down. Everyone was sent down that they got. And the Nationals, yeah, they're obviously rebuilding. They're not trying to win, obviously. And the Voit move, though, like, even if you're not trying to win, like, he's a major league veteran that you can at least put on the roster to have Nats fans be a little happy about, I guess. And it sucks for Nats fans. I mean, they got a World Series out of it, so I can't be, too so much for them, because, I mean, does it really? Like, I know they lost Juan Soto, but we've never won before. They at least won. They've lost Scherzer, Harper, all that. They won without Harper. Turner and Scherzer did their jobs. Strasburg, yeah, he's getting hurt all the time. They lost Rendon, but he can't stay healthy. And the Angels look like they gave him way too much money. Looks like a terrible contract. So I can't feel too bad for Nationals fans, because they do have a World Series for it, and the Padres don't have one yet. Yeah, we have a lot of excitement, and I'm totally excited about this team. Everyone's excited about this team in this city. I mean, just fans are streaming into the ballpark, walking across the street right here that I'm seeing here on Park Boulevard. But we haven't won one yet, so this is all great. But what's going to matter is if they can perform, in October. So we're going to wait. We got to wait and see. I haven't even looked at the Rockies lineup, to be honest. The bullpen situation for the Padres tonight. Josh Hader obviously pitched yesterday. The entire bullpen pitched yesterday, besides Martinez and Garcia, because they pitched the night before. I think that's, if I remember correctly, or it might have been, no, Morahone pitched yesterday too. Yeah, so Martinez, I think, and Garcia were the two that didn't pitch yesterday. Not a surprise, because they pitched the day before. Martinez threw 30 pitches the night before. He was never going to pitch yesterday, but because of the doubleheader, everyone pitched. So everyone's going to be pretty much pitching back-to-back days tonight, whoever does go. So I think that's why it's important for Snell to go deep here. 6 innings, get into the 7th, so you don't have to use as many guys. And then you have the day game tomorrow, so that's shorter rest if guys are going back-to-back nights or 3 days in a row. You hope that doesn't happen. So having Snell go deep tonight, that's definitely going to be important. Yeah, Gabe. Dodgers series will be fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah, Gabe. Yeah. So anyone new here, the Padre pick is the one player I think. If I had to pick a Padre, the one player I think is going to get a hit tonight, and so I'm going to go with Josh Bell tonight. Soto's probably the easy guy, but I feel like he's going to walk a couple times. Since my chances of him cashing in, or not cashing in, I'm not making money off of it, but him getting the Padre pick. So I'm going to go with Josh Bell. I wanted to go with one of the new additions. Josh Bell's hitting higher than Drury, so I'll go with Bell. Anything else to talk about? I mean, Padres, they're making moves. The only thing, I'll leave you guys with this. There's not a lot of people on here, so I'll just have a short show here and just end with this. I did an episode today, episode 210. It's available on YouTube and the podcast platforms. Talking about the first 3 games of this Rockies series, and then drawing up like 3 potential lineups Bob Melvin could use. 1 with Tatis, and then 2 without Tatis. So 1 was with Drury, and then 1 was without Drury. Because you could have Myers DH, like I talked about earlier. You could have Myers DH or play first. You could have Bell play DH if Myers was playing first, and then you have Crony at second, Kim at short, and you're not even playing Drury, right? Because you have Soto in the outfield, Profar, Grisham. So Drury wouldn't play, he'd be on the bench. So I made a few different lineups there. I encourage you to check that out if you want to before the game starts. We still got about an hour at 6:40. And the Padres, they're so good. This lineup seems so good. The pitching staff's so good right now that I expect them to win today and tomorrow. So that's pretty much the pregame show. I'm Ben Fadden. Go Padres. And I might be posting stuff on social media during the game. Or maybe I'll just be soaking it in, enjoying that Juan Soto is a San Diego Padre. It's still unbelievable. All right. See you, everybody.